Today was a little bit scary for me. I'm going to be honest. I got a text at about 2 o'clock from my daughter saying that their school was on lockdown. And then spent the next 20, 30 minutes like Googling and researching, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. You know, sometimes the schools will go on lockdown for whatever. Like I've had coyote crosses the campus or whatever, but like you just never know. Like when you get a text that says my school's on lockdown, you kind of want to figure out why. So I started scrambling, and then the information that I found that there was an active shooter. But then the question is like, where is this active shooter? Like there's multiple schools that are on lockdown. You know, my daughter's texting friends at different schools and trying to figure it out, and come to find out there was a shooting at an Islamic mosque here in San Diego today. But the whole experience, right? Like going through it, just not sure. I know with Joe's brain tumor surgery a few years ago, it was like this another awakening of like, wow, I'm so grateful that I get to be here, that I get to be alive, that like we're never guaranteed tomorrow. Like we're never guaranteed tomorrow, right? And today was just another reminder of that. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. And I came off of that, like picked up Kinsley from school, came home and went right into leading a breathwork session for a friend of mine in her community, and got myself like real grounded right before. And as I was like processing still, like my body's still in fight or flight with this whole active shooter, like granted, he was in custody, like I kind of was able to transition back, or they were in custody, but so anyway, by that time I picked my daughter up from school, I knew everything was fine. I knew she was safe. But still, like your body's still in that active fight or flight, you know? And I get into this breathwork session and just breathing through the session, and like all about grounding, all about bringing our bodies back into kind of this rest, nourished, rejuvenated sort of state. And I was like, I want to pull a card for these women in here. And as I'm like shuffling my deck from this Intuitive Whispers, like it's my favorite. I pull from this deck all the time. But the one that I get is this one, this Inspiration Hunt. And so I go to look it up, and it says, what lights you up? What makes you feel inspired and alive? Perhaps it's adventure, being in nature, meditating, socializing, art, cooking. The options are endless. The beauty of inspiration is that we can find it in many places. It's an individual exploration into the self. This card is guiding you to go on an inspiration hunt and have a day dedicated to getting as much inspiration as possible. When you look back over this last year, where did you find inspiration? What did you see that took your breath away? Who were the people and what were the conversations that ignited excitement in you? What did you read that changed you in some way? Remember that where your focus goes, energy flows. So by dedicating time to look for inspiration, you will become more inspired. And as I shared that with the women that were in this breathwork session, this idea of like, are you doing the things in your life that make you feel alive? Are you doing them? It's like this concept of like living a pleasure-rich life. Are you living a life that feels as good as it looks? Are we hustling our asses off, and for what? To achieve some ranking, to buy some car, to get some house? Like what is it all for? If you were to die tomorrow, would you feel like the life you've lived was worth it? Would you feel like, yeah, today was enough? Like I've lived it to the fullest, because we are never guaranteed tomorrow, and we never know when our day is going to come. And so one of the things I learned when I was going through Joe's brain tumor experience, situation, journey, whatever we want to call it, was that idea of like, how do I live today knowing that I'm not guaranteed tomorrow? What would I do differently today? And I think a lot of it does come in this place of pleasure and joy. And I talk a lot about women being, driven by pleasure, not pressure. And that women operate best in our businesses when we're overflowing with pleasure, right? When we're feeling so good. But it's more than just that. It's more about how it impacts our businesses. It's more than just how we show up in our lives and like how, what we do. It's like, how do we take that idea of being present and in the moment and like expanding it into this place of like, oh my gosh, life is so good. There's so much negativity out there, right? There are so many news headlines. There's so many politics. There's so much drama. There's negativity. There's all of those things out there in the world. I'm not going to negate that. But when we can live from this place of pure gratitude for being alive today, place of pure gratitude in like what we get to experience in this human experience, that we feel so pleasured by the things that we do, that we actually allow ourselves to go dance, that we allow ourselves to play, we allow ourselves to sing, we allow ourselves to experience life. Let's stop just consuming life and actually experience life. So my invitation for you today is to choose 2 or 3 things that are something maybe you are not doing right now that make you feel really, really good, that you could infuse into your week this week. Maybe it's going to dance class. Maybe it's doing some yoga. Maybe it's going for a walk in nature. Maybe it's taking a bubble bath. Maybe it's reading a smutty book. I don't know. Whatever it is, like what is it for you that's going to add a little bit of layer of that pleasure into your life? And if you want to go deeper, not just in this week, comment shameless on this post and I will send you the link to an experience that's coming up at the beginning of June. It's free. I've got free tickets for you that is all built around how do we tap into understanding our bodies, experiencing more pleasure, like reconnecting with our bodies. It's going to be really good and really juicy. So if you want access to that, just comment shameless below and I will send you the link. And I hope you have a pleasure-rich, juicy, delicious day the rest of today and the rest of the week.